We have some strange things happening, my friends. This is Tony. Hope you're all doing well. And I say things because there's actually multiple things, multiple themes of strangeness happening of recent. We're going to get into something going on with a lot of planes. You're not going to believe we have not only numerous crashes of recent, but we also have a lot of other strange things. People on planes freaking out. You remember the lady said, "He's not real." You remember that lady? We have another one, and this guy actually seems to top her. All right, we'll get into that. We got fog, this very bizarre fog, very thick fog happening in places that it never happens, and things being seen in the fog. We'll get into that. We have so many things actually I wanted to get into in this video, and also a little bit more about not necessarily New Jersey, but there's some other strangeness happening in that area. You're not going to believe. We'll get into that as well. So I'm just trying to keep track of all this. We got so many things. So we have this one video, and this guy is basically at some sort of apartment at the lake, okay? And he sees something tearing down a tree in his backyard, in the backyard of this apartment, and it's literally tearing down almost an entire tree. We're talking a tree that's probably like this big around, okay? Whatever it is, it's extremely strong, yet you can't see it almost. And I did find a couple spots where it does show something moving, but you can't see it. It's so weird. So we're going to get into this one first. So let's just play this a little bit.
I hope you can hear this. It sounds like gorillas fighting in the tree. They're breaking limbs bigger around than me.
And he goes into the back, and I'm going to show you this. And you start seeing the most ridiculous stuff. Matter of fact, let me just show you this one. This one's crazy. This is where like half the tree gets taken down. I think it's in this spot right here. Wait, where is it at? Is it right here? I think this might be it right here. Let me play this.
Look, that's bigger than me. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. What in Jesus' name is doing this? Oh my God, he just took half the tree down.
Now, what's really interesting about this is he says he didn't even record it all. He says at the end, he heard almost an entire tree. He says here, let me just show you on the screen. You'll see it. This happened to me when I was headed to fish at an apartment lake at around 11 p.m. Approximately 30 seconds after I quit videoing, the entire tree popped so loud and then fell. So apparently it took down the entire tree even. And you just saw it take down one of the major limbs, which obviously is probably at least this big around. Honestly, you should know this is obviously not a dead tree. So to be able to just rip one of those tree limbs off would be extremely difficult. A human couldn't do it, okay? A human couldn't do that. So the question is, what's doing this? Now, South Carolina does have bears. And now a lot of people are postulating and they were looking for evidence. Because if you watch this video, you'll just get totally consumed in it. Because I'm just sitting there forever trying to just see the thing, right? And you'll sit there for an hour just trying to see it. And so I spent a lot of time, but we did have some people find some stuff, people that were spending a lot of time looking through it. Bottom right, at 2:54, you can see a set of eyes glowing. And here is actually the set of eyes it's talking about. Very difficult to see while you're watching the video. You have to like pause it at the right millisecond. You see that? You could barely see it. And it does make sense that maybe there's more than one of these things, because you can actually see two trees shaking at the same time. And I'm thinking one of them is just down below like this, literally just shaking the tree, while the other one I believe is inside the tree. And I'm going to show you that. We actually have some evidence of it being in the tree. Very, very difficult to see. But this clip here will show it. This is from JMez channel, James LaFleur, That Is Impossible channel. He shows it zoomed in here. And actually, I found also a section where it showed something. I can't find it now. I found it the other day, and I'm like, oh, I'll just do it later. And now I can't find it. I found a spot where it like shows something moving across the screen, and it looked very similar to what he found, but it was a different part of the video. I just can't find it now, and it's so annoying. I wish I would have just recorded it when I found it, because now I can't find it now. It's just so annoying. But anyway, let me show you what he found, and then I'm going to show you a little bit of other stuff as well with regards to this one video, and then we're going to get into a lot of other stuff. So let me show you this.
Room at me, and I still cannot figure out what it is.
Over here. Oh my gosh. Whatever it is, it's huge. Look at that.
You can't really see anything other than you can see something moving behind the tree. And it does look big because you can see something down here and you can see something up here. Maybe I can, let's see here. Let me try to do this again. Let me try to do it a little bit slower. Might help. I don't know. Let's just see. Turn off the audio. Okay, let's see what we got here. You see that? You saw the thing flipping up there. Okay, let's see if he'll show it again. I think he does show it again. No, he doesn't. Okay, so at any rate, you see what I'm getting at. You can see something there moving, right? Now, I saw something moving. I just wish I could find it now. It's so annoying I can't find it. I did find something else. I actually found this on another one. I put out a tweet showing there was something you could see kind of moving for a millisecond right in here on the video. But you can't really tell what it is, unfortunately. And the area where you could see, where I thought I saw something, I wish I could find this again, but the spot where I thought I saw something was when he tears down like half the tree. And I thought, I'm trying to remember exactly what it was, but it was something like off at the bottom, I saw something moving across, and now I can't find it. I don't know why I can't find it. Maybe it was a different clip I looked at, because there's more than one clip of this. And it did look like something that, like when the light was shining on it, it had like a gray skin or something, kind of like a gray skin, which seems to corroborate what they saw in the other scene. But a lot of people were thinking this was from 2024. In reality, it's from 2022. There was some monkeys that escaped a lab in 2024. So it's not that. That was in South Carolina. There are bears in South Carolina, but I don't think a bear could tear a tree down like that. I mean, bears are strong, but they don't have hands, okay? They have paws. And it's really hard for me to believe that it could tear a tree down. It seems like it's stronger than a bear. I'm guessing. I'm not sure. It seems like I don't think a bear could take down a tree this big, okay? I just don't think so. It doesn't seem possible. So whatever it is, it's extremely strong. And it's definitely not some little monkeys, okay? This would have to be like a massive gorilla or maybe something even bigger. But then there's this other video, and we're going to get, like I said, we're going to get into a ton of videos as we get into this. That was the first one I wanted to get into, but we're going to get into a ton more. First of all, I got to mention Food Supply, 25-year shelf life. Link is in the description. 3 months worth for $5.97. You're going to definitely want to get this if you have not already, considering all the things going on around us. It's always wise to be prepared. Also, this book here, The Lost Ways, How Your Great-Great-Grandfather Lived Without Electricity, How to Build a Cellar, How to Do Things Around the House Like They Did in the Good Old Days. Hundreds of pages illustrated. You're going to need this book before something happens. Get the printed version. It's $37 plus shipping. Once the lights are out, you're not going to be able to come to my video and buy it, okay? You'll have to buy it beforehand because they don't have it at Walmart. You know what I mean? This book is actually, almost no one sells this book. I'm probably one of their best sellers right now. I probably am their best seller. I've probably sold, I don't even know how many I've sold, but I'm guessing it's probably over 40,000 of them. I'm guessing. I'd have to go look. But based on my old, no, I'm going to go look and figure it out. But I'm sure it's a lot. I'm sure I've sold many of them. But at any rate, also there's gold and silver link below. Go check that out as well. Let's get back to the video. So we have here this other video, and this was something that started happening of recent as well. So we had two other major things happen of recent. Strange things going on with airplanes. People freaking out again on airplanes. And then another one is this weird fog showing up in places that it never showed up in before. And then things being seen in the fog. And it reminded me of this movie Stephen King put out. I've talked about it before. I'm trying to remember what the name of the movie is. The Mist. I think it's called The Mist, or something like that. Where there's like this heavy mist that comes in over a supermarket and there's all these weird creatures in the mist. So it's really strange because this guy's out walking his dog in Wisconsin, Wausau, Wisconsin. Says he comes outside every night and they currently have fog like it's never been seen before. He says this video is no editing or nothing. It looks like snow. It's so thick. And again, apparently this is happening in a lot of places. I'm going to show you that in a minute as well. But let's just go into this video a little bit. He's walking his dog. This is his dog right here. Let's just play this.
My dog and I come out here every night for a walk. And I had this insane spotlight. What the hell is that?
And he sees something right there as he's flashing his light out. Okay, I think I can show it now. I actually made a post showing this. I just made it literally a millisecond ago. Let's see here. Can you move that? All right. This is the... Let's see. Okay, I had two different pictures. This is the eyes. You can see it here, kind of. Even with this, let me get a little bit closer. There we go. You can see the two eyes right there. And in the other one, you can see the body of whatever it is standing there. Again, it's so far away, it's still difficult to see even when I zoom in on it, but you get kind of the idea. So what's interesting also is, so he gets spooked by that and goes and gets his dog and goes back inside because he doesn't know what that is. It's looking at him. Then we have this here. People all over America are experiencing heavy fog. Everyone is wondering, what are the odds this happens right when they don't want people looking up, of course, at the sky during the drones and orbs. Los Angeles, middle of the day. Oklahoma at noon. Massachusetts, Missouri, other states, the fog smells different, burns your eyes. Wisconsin, in the afternoon, you can't see anything. And again, I just showed you a different one. That was Minnesota and Wisconsin. And I actually showed you a clip that's apparently not related to this as well, in Wisconsin. Now, maybe this is a coincidence that all this unusual fog is happening all over the country at the exact same time. They don't want anyone, of course, looking up at the skies with drones and orbs. There are many logical atmospheric explanations for heavy fog, but is all this too coincidental? All right, let's check out what he had to say here.
But I've been seeing these videos about fog. Okay, everyone gets fog, right? But they're saying how bizarre the fog is. And so I'm thinking to myself, and this is just maybe 10 minutes ago, I'm like, yeah, fog. Okay. I'm in Los Angeles area. We get some, fog once in a while, but I can't see anything past my property.
All right, and apparently this is a lot of people putting out videos like this. We have this guy as well.
Guys, I haven't really been thinking about it, but man, it's 12 o'clock noon in Oklahoma.
We have other clips from all these different people.
Fog here in Minnesota and Wisconsin for the last 4 days has just been incredible. In fact, this is probably the least fog we've had. It's 3:30 in the afternoon and all of Minneapolis just has this deep, foggy kind of post.
This is funny, man. Oh my goodness. It seems like it's everywhere. There's numerous videos in this area.
Fuck.
So I'm curious.
Guys, everybody's talking.
Oh, this autoplay here. All right. So apparently numerous videos in this realm of the strange fog appearing. Could this have something to do with those dastardly drones? And so we have also some other clips. I was going to play some other stuff of beings that look invisible that are, maybe this will corroborate the first stuff I was talking about, where we had the guy in his backyard looking for whatever's basically taking these trees down. Something is breaking these trees. You can't see it. I'm wondering, a lot of people are talking about the movie Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger, where essentially there's an invisible, giant, tall man that is sort of a monster, whatever you want to call it, that was causing havoc. Could it be something like that? And it just seems the timing is so strange. You have this clip here. This is really bizarre as well. Check this out. You can see here something right here. It's blurry. You see that? You see something moving across the screen. And it keeps moving. It's very hard to see, though. You see that? It reminds me of that movie Predator. So there are clips like this. There's also this one here. This was in Florida. It looks like something's walking down the sidewalk. This is a CCTV. So this is the guy, the security guy in the back room watching all the CCTV cameras. And he's actually going between each one of them following this thing. Check this out. You can see something right here. Walking. You see that? And you can see it walk through there. He's going from one camera to the next camera while he's doing this. He's going down to a different camera. And you can see something walking right there. What's going on here? You know what I mean? So you have all these really strange videos like that. And you have the strange fog, of course, of recent. I'm curious if it has something to do with the drones and orbs. I don't know. Or is it just some strange coincidence that we have this weird fog in a lot of different places? Getting over to this other topic of this, a lot of weird stuff going on with planes of recent. We had this guy, I showed this on a previous video. I think maybe my last video I showed this. Actually, I don't even know if I don't think I showed it on this channel, but I showed it on my other channel, God Rules 2. This Chinese guy basically freaking out mid-flight, wanting to open the door, and the things he says are very, very strange. Let's just put it that way. And this is in Chinese, so you're not going to understand what he's saying. They're saying, what is he doing? Right? That's what the passengers are saying amongst themselves. Let me just turn this down. What happened? Someone trying to open the door. That's what he's asking. That's the guy. That's the guy screaming that's trying to open the door. They are hollow earth, inhabitants. This is what he literally is saying. He just said that. What in the world, bro? This is the 6th loop. He says he's stuck in a time loop, apparently. And he's living the same day over and over. Please open the door for me. What? Mid-flight. It says, why are you afraid of the police? Police are here. People are here also. He says something about accident is going to happen. There's going to be a plane accident, he says. And this was literally on the 28th this came out. And then next 3 days, there were several accidents. And I'm going to show you that in a second. So this guy is actually sort of prophetic in what he says. He then talks about that strange thing that happened to Malaysia Airline, MH370, where it disappeared and they never found it. I don't know if you guys ever saw that video. Here's a video, allegedly a video of it, from a satellite. You can see the plane there. It gets approached by a number of orbs, and they start rotating around it. And then it disappears, apparently. Now, I don't know if this is real. I don't know if it's fake. But this is something someone put out, saying this is what happened to the flight. It literally disappeared. This man, kind of like this lady here. Remember this lady? He's not real, pointing at some person on the plane, right? This guy, of course, is not saying that. Instead, he's saying there's hollow, Earth inhabitants, which is like, bro, seriously? Which is really interesting, too, because I showed this in my video on my other channel. There is a, do I have it open here? I have some other crazy stuff to show, by the way. I have a lot of stuff. There's this sinkhole that opened up in New Jersey, not far from the city. I think it's about 30 miles away. So it's sort of a far out suburb, I guess you would say, little town Wharton. And of course, there's all these legends that these lizard, of course, people live under the ground and stuff like that, right? And there also is a lot of, if you ever watch the TV show The X-Files, they talk about them living, deep down, of course, underground, talking about, aliens or whatever, right? So it is strange. He mentions hollow, Earth, and then this happened. It just seems so weird how all these things seem to happen. And there's actually a lot more I'm going to show you, by the way. This is just barely getting going. So, and I don't think I can show it all. I'm going to show some of it over my other channel, but I actually am only about halfway through. So I wanted to show some other stuff as well. So look, there was 3 crashes in 3 days. And then there was one that just today, within the last few hours, barely avoided a crash. And it had like some famous professional NBA team on it or something. So you had one in Kazakhstan, you had one in Korea. This is the Korean one, I believe. This one turned out really bad. I think I have the video for the Korean one. You can see it right here as it's going along, and it literally runs into something over here. It just runs into something as it's trying to slow down. That's probably the worst one, actually. The Kazakhstan one, they were going up and down, and then it crashed. It's really strange. I think the South Korean one, what happened is I think some birds went into the engine. I'm not sure what happened with the Kazakh one. I'm not sure on this other one either. This one's just broken half, as you can see there. So there were 3 of them, and then there was a 4th one that was just narrowly avoided. This tweet came out today, a few hours ago. You can see this is taking off, and here's a plane that was right almost on the runway and barely stopped in time. And apparently there was some sort of basketball player, Gonzaga basketball team. I don't know much about this. Who's the Gonzaga basketball team? Here you go. This guy here. All right. They were on that plane. So that was today. So 4 days in a row, right? Just seems a little strange to have so many things like that happen in a row. And then we got some other crazy stuff going on in New Jersey. Goodness gracious, man. I'm going to have to show some of these later. Some crazy stuff going on in the sky. Check this out. What is that? What is that? Does that look like normal to you? That doesn't look like lightning. It doesn't look like the sun. It's like something spinning around. What in the world is that? I'm going to get into that more on my other channel, God Rules 2. And I'm going to get into a number of other clips as well. And some other stuff. Kind of wonder what some of you guys think. Let me know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.